Here is something that is going to irritate you. That $12 bottle of tire shine you picked up last weekend, the one that made your tires look incredible for about 48 hours before turning into a brown, greasy mess, was designed to fail. Not because the company is incompetent, but because they need you coming back every 2 weeks to buy more. Meanwhile, in Japan, detailers have been using a completely different approach for decades, one that keeps tires jet black for months, not days. And the science behind why it works is going to change the way you think about tire care forever. Let's start with the ugly truth about what most Americans are spraying on their tires. Almost every tire shine product on the shelf at your local auto parts store falls into one of two categories: solvent-based silicone dressings or water-based silicone emulsions. Both use silicone as the active ingredient. That is what gives you the shine. But here is the problem nobody tells you about. Solvent-based dressings, the clear, greasy ones, work by expanding the pores of the rubber and forcing silicone oil into the surface. Sounds effective, right? It is, for about a week, but those petroleum solvents evaporate out of the rubber, pulling elasticity with them. Over time, you are literally drying out your tires from the inside. One detailer on an automotive forum documented cracking on his tires within 2 years of using a clear silicone-based dressing. Tire manufacturers, including Michelin, have issued technical bulletins warning against solvent-based silicone products on tires. You are paying money to make your tires look good today, while accelerating the day you will need to replace them. Brilliant business model, terrible for your wallet. Water-based dressings are supposedly the safer alternative. They sit on the surface of the rubber instead of penetrating it. They will not damage the tire, sure, but here is the trade-off. They wash off almost immediately. One rainstorm, one trip through the car wash, and that deep black finish is gone. The issue is in the formulation. Most cheap water-based dressings use surfactants to keep the silicone suspended in water. Those same surfactants cause the silicone to wash right back off the tire the first time it gets wet. You are basically applying a product that is chemically programmed to remove itself. That is why your tires look amazing on Saturday morning and brown by Monday. Now, here is what makes the Japanese approach fundamentally different. Japan has a car care culture that most Americans do not even know exists. The market for automotive detailing products in Japan has been growing at over 5% annually, and the Japanese approach to vehicle maintenance is rooted in Kaizen, the philosophy of continuous incremental improvement. They do not just slap product on a tire and hope for the best. They treat tire care as a multi-step system where preparation matters just as much as the product itself. The foundation of the Japanese method starts with a company most Americans have never heard of, Soft 99. Founded in Osaka in 1954 by Yukichi Tanaka, this company has spent over 70 years engineering car care products with an obsessive attention to detail. Their first product was not even for cars. It was a wax for wooden furniture called Golden Neo Polish. But when Japan's automotive industry exploded in the post-war era, Soft 99 pivoted hard into vehicle care and never looked back. Today, over 10 million car owners worldwide use their products, and their research and development center near Kobe operates under some of the strictest quality standards in the industry, the Japanese Industrial Standards, JIS, which are among the most rigorous chemical benchmarks on the planet. So what exactly is this Japanese method? It comes down to 3 core principles that are the complete opposite of how Americans typically approach tire care. Principle number 1. Preparation is everything. In the American approach, you spray shine on a dirty tire and call it a day. The Japanese method demands you strip the tire completely bare before applying anything. That means using a dedicated tire cleaner, not dish soap, not an all-purpose degreaser, but a product specifically formulated to remove old silicone buildup, road grime, and the brown residue that accumulates on rubber. Here is why this matters so much. Tires contain chemicals called antiozonants, UV absorbers that protect the rubber from cracking and degradation. These chemicals naturally migrate to the surface over time, creating that brownish film you see on untreated tires. It is actually the tire protecting itself. When you apply a dressing over that layer of migrated chemicals and road grime, the product has nothing clean to bond to. It is sitting on top of contamination, which is why it slides right off. Japanese detailers scrub the sidewalls with a stiff brush and a proper tire cleaner, sometimes 2 or 3 times, until the rubber is completely stripped and the suds run white. Only then do they move to step 2. Principle number 2. Use a wax or resin-based coating, not a silicone dressing. This is the game changer. Instead of spraying on liquid silicone that washes away, products like Soft 99's Tire Black Wax use a hard formulation combining mineral wax with ultrafine carbon black pigment. Carbon black is the same compound that tire manufacturers use to make tires black in the first place. So instead of coating the surface with a foreign substance, you are essentially replenishing the tire's original color at a molecular level. The product does not just sit on top. It bonds to the rubber. You apply it with a foam applicator, let it cure for 5 to 10 minutes, then buff it off with a microfiber cloth. What you are left with is not that fake, wet, greasy look that screams you just sprayed your tires. It is a deep, natural, factory-fresh matte black finish that looks like the tire just rolled off the production line. And because it is wax-based, not silicone-based, it creates a hydrophobic barrier that repels water and dirt without the sling. You know that annoying black splatter you get on your fenders and rocker panels after using spray-on tire shine? That is silicone slinging off the tire while you drive. Wax-based products cure to a hard shell. No sling, no mess, no brown streaks on your paint. Soft 99 also makes a product called Digloss Black Devil Tire Wax that uses a combination of carbon black and Brazilian carnauba wax. It is water-based with no petroleum solvents, which means it will not degrade the rubber over time. The company claims at least 2 months of durability per application, and real-world reviews from detailing communities consistently back that up. For the truly obsessive Japanese detailing brand Kamikaze Collection, founded by Kai Morita, takes it even further. Their KMKZ Tire Dressing 2.0 uses urethane and acrylic resins that naturally cure on the tire's surface to form a flexible, protective film. The latest version even incorporates borophene, a next-generation nanomaterial that provides anti-static properties, meaning your tires actually repel dust and dirt electrostatically after application. A 19-year professional detailer who has tested virtually every high-end product on the market stated publicly that after switching to Kamikaze's tire dressing, he would never use anything else again. That is a strong endorsement from someone whose livelihood depends on results. Principle number 3, thin layers with proper cure time. This is where most people completely sabotage their results, even with good products. The American instinct is more product equals more shine. Wrong. Thick, goopy cut coats do not last longer. They actually wash off faster because the excess product never properly bonds to the rubber. It just sits on the surface in a thick layer, waiting for the first puddle to strip it away. The Japanese method calls for thin, even coats applied with a foam applicator or a specialized tire brush. You work the product into the sidewall with multiple passes, making sure there is no pooling in the grooves or around raised lettering. Then, and this is critical, you wait. Wax-based products need 5 to 10 minutes of cure time. Resin-based coatings need even longer, sometimes up to an hour before you can expose the tire to water. Drive your car before the product is fully cured and you will sling half of it onto your fenders. If you want more gloss, you do not pile on a thicker coat. You apply a second thin layer after the first one has fully cured. 2 thin coats will always outperform 1 thick coat in both appearance and durability. Emphasize cure and patience. Now, if you really want to take this to the next level, there is a newer technology that builds on these Japanese principles: ceramic tire coatings infused with silicon dioxide, or SiO2. These products use the same ceramic technology that professional detailers apply to paint protection, except formulated specifically for rubber. The SiO2 bonds directly to the tire's surface at a molecular level, creating a hydrophobic, ultraviolet-resistant shell that can last 3 to 6 months on a single application. Companies like Kaizen, another brand with deep roots in Asian detailing culture, pioneered the first SiO2 tire coating, and the results are genuinely impressive. Water, dirt, and brake dust bead right off the surface. The tires stay blacker and cleaner between washes, and because the coating actually seals the rubber, it prevents those anti-ozonant chemicals from leaching to the surface, which means less browning over time. The prep work for ceramic tire coatings is even more demanding than for wax. You need to completely strip the tires of any previous silicone-based dressing, which sometimes requires multiple cleaning cycles with a heavy-duty tire cleaner and a stiff brush. Any residual silicone will prevent the SiO2 from bonding, and you will get spotty, inconsistent results. But put in the prep work, and you are looking at months of protection from a single session. Before we wrap up, let me quickly walk you through the step-by-step method so you can try this yourself. Step 1. Wash your tires with a proper tire cleaner and a stiff brush. Scrub the entire sidewall. Rinse and repeat until the suds are clean and white. No shortcuts here. Step 2. Dry the tires completely. Any moisture on the surface will compromise adhesion. Use a clean towel or let them air dry. Step 3. Apply a thin, even coat of a wax-based or resin-based tire product using a foam applicator. Work the product into the rubber with overlapping passes. Avoid the tread surface. Step 4. Let the product cure for the recommended time. 5 to 10 minutes for wax, longer for resin or ceramic coatings. Do not drive the car during this time. Step 5. Buff off any excess with a clean microfiber cloth if the product instructions call for it. For ceramic coatings, you typically let them air cure without buffing. Step 6. For additional gloss, apply a second thin coat after the first has fully cured. That is it. Do this once a month and your tires will look better than the person who sprays cheap tire shine every single week. You will spend less money, less time, and your tires will actually be healthier for it. The bottom line is this. Americans have been conditioned to think tire care is a quick spray and go process. The Japanese proved decades ago that a little more effort up front delivers dramatically better results that last exponentially longer. It is not about spending more money. A can of Soft 99 tire, black wax, costs around $15, roughly the same as whatever you are buying at the auto parts store right now. The difference is in the approach. Clean properly, apply thin layers, and let them cure. That is the entire secret. That's all for today. If you found this helpful, smash that like button. It really does help the channel. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss our next video. Drop a comment below and tell me what tire shine product you have been using and whether you are going to switch after seeing this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.